All right, today's going to be a fun one. We got some new gear to test out here. Behind me is the 2023 Winnebago Ekko. All-wheel drive, 3.5 liter twin turbo on a transit chassis. This thing is so different. It may be the perfect RV. On paper, it looks great for a lot of people. Maybe you're a seasoned RVer, maybe you're new to RVs. This may be just right. Maybe you're one of my guns and gear guys, and you're just wanting to know, where can I hide my guns? Or maybe you're that guy that's waiting on the zombie apocalypse, and you just need to know which vehicle to steal when it all starts. Either way, let's get into this. Okay, let me show you. This is a very different RV. It's really set up in a very unique way. It was really the first motorhome that I'm aware of designed from the ground up to be an extreme outdoor, all seasons, go anywhere, do anything RV. Take a look inside here. One of the things I want to show you is look at the thickness of the doors. Very well insulated. This is a very solid coach. If you look in the compartment here, this is a Luno, which is very cool. I'm going to show you what that does later. Rubber coined floor. You have outlets. You have a hot and cold running water here for a sprayer, so you can rinse off from the day. Some different outlets and plug-ins. If you want to hang a TV up here, you can do that. I want to tell you this, Truma. Anytime you see Truma, that's good stuff. And we'll get into that. Truma Aquago, that's your water heater. That's continuous hot water. Little pro tip, when you take these off, pull that out and let it hang down. But flip that on, everything else is controlled inside. You're going to leave that on while you're traveling. Not going to get into a lot of specifics right now, but man, this is a cool vehicle. You have two 20-pound LP tanks, not one big LP tank that stays part of the unit. These are removable, so I can go to any gas station or truck stop and switch those out. Very good feature, good way to go. Below that is the LP Quick Connect, how we can hook up your gas grills. Here's something you'll love. Take a look at the Molly gear rack. You can hang all your gear right here. Look at this big garage. You can put bicycles, kayaks, all kinds of gear back there. Think of all the guns you could hide in there. All right, so also have access to the back, to the outside there. You have access. One of the things, again, that's very unique, keep in mind, this is set up for extreme sports, extreme travel, and take a look at that. I've never seen this. Forced air heat into this compartment. You have that in several different places throughout the coach. The bottom of this is very thick and very insulated. There's nothing exposed underneath the coach. So it's great for off-roading. It's great for going to trailheads. If you want to do some mountain biking, kayaking, hiking. Okay, this is again another hot and cold water. You'll have a hose that plugs into that with a sprayer on it. And again, what do we notice? Forced heat into this compartment. If you look down here, you can kind of tell a little bit of the thickness of this. This is all Rotocast. That's typical Winnebago. Very good stuff. Winnebago is not ordered out of a catalog. They manufacture all their own parts. They do their own Rotocast. So everything fits the way it should. But this is going to be an awesome coach because you have dualies in the back. It's all-wheel drive. You can go anywhere. Batwing, I'll show you a clip of that. This one offers some really neat stuff. The power plants that you use on a motorhome is starting to change in this industry. For years, it was a tried and true generator. Now they have things like this high-end Lithionics lithium battery system. You can hook your Bluetooth to that, and this will actually run your air conditioner and all your appliances. This coach has a separate generator under the hood generator that'll help keep those charged up. You also have 240 watts of solar on top. You can get up to, I believe, 500 watts of solar. This is great because I don't have to be plugged in or tethered to an extension cord. Great for outdoors, right? Take a look at a couple of things that I like how they do. This is your fuel fill. The nice thing about it is they can't steal your fuel because it's locked in. You have to open the door. But in cold weather, it is nice to know that you can close the door while you're filling up. Get back in, stay warm. All right, we're gonna take it for a quick drive. I gotta see how this thing rides out. All-wheel drive, this thing handles great. The funny thing is, it's not even noisy. What other motorhome can you drive around and not sound like an earthquake? It's very well built, put together. You can tell that immediately. All right, let's get it out on the road. Let me get my seatbelt on so you don't have to listen to the annoying buzzer. Might have to get our camera girl to do the same. Put your seatbelt on. Here, I'll hold it. There we go. Got to be safe, because those YouTubers will let us know if we're not. All right, we're just waiting for a green light. We're going to test this guy out. I love the Ford Transit. I've driven it on a few other motorhomes. All-wheel drive, 3.5 liter, twin turbo, EcoBoost engine. Really pretty peppy for a motorhome. All right, we got the green light. Let's go. Already at 50 mile an hour. There's 60 mile an hour right there. Wow. That'll get you up to speed on the interstates.
Oh man.
What's the matter?
I wasn't recording.
All right, so I can immediately tell that this is different than a lot of motorhomes that I've reviewed. You can just feel it. A lot of times, we just did a 2022 Thor Ace Class A motorhome last week. You have to check out that video. I'll link it in the description. Very nice motorhome, but I'm telling you, this motorhome is different than just about anything I've driven. Get a shot of the steering wheel. As we're going through and hitting some of these bumps, in a Class A motorhome, and even some of the Class C on the Econoline, you're going to get some vibration in that steering wheel. There's no vibration in this wheel. I mean, I can hit bumps, I can hit things, and there's no feedback in the wheel. Very solid chassis. Winnebago does a great job in their manufacturing. A lot of the RV manufacturers are manufactured up in northern Indiana, about 80% of them. And a lot of times they can order just about anything they need or want from the suppliers that are up there. So if they want a 50-gallon water tank, they can just order one, and then they got to try and figure out where can they put it within their unit.
Winnebago does their own rotocast
For a lot of their compartment bases, a lot of their freshwater tanks, gray water tanks, black water tanks, they build their own. When you build your own, you can design it around the coach. So it fits in perfectly, and you can mold it around certain items of the coach, which makes a really good fit and finish. So Winnebago does a lot, and we'll show you some of the interior things here, but they do a lot of their own manufacturing. They have the high-end laser cutters, water routers, rotocast machines, and things like that. So they really dominate in the B+, and even C RV market. They do a really good job. And on this Transit, I'm telling you, I can tell already it's different than just about anything I've driven. And I would tell you, like I say, I drive a lot of them, and some of them are just pretty rough ride. But this one is definitely, as far as drivability, definitely give it a thumbs up. You know, one thing that's neat, I don't know if you can see, but there's these little red lights right over here. When someone gets in your blind spot, that turns red. I just now noticed that on the other side. But when someone pulls up in your blind spot, that's a nice red indicator. And then I think if you start to get too close, it'll actually beep at you as well. So again, the Ford Transit has all the safety features. It's going to have the lane departure alerts. It's going to have the braking assist, and it's going to have a lot of the safety features that come along with the Ford Transit. People say, is the Ford Transit a good chassis for an RV? Well, you look at Amazon, and they do a lot of the Ford Transit, and I tell you, they hold up great. They're doing 20, 30,000 miles a month on those things. So it's a great chassis. They do hold up, and it's been used in RV applications. I don't know, I'll put a link or put some text up here, but I'm going to guess maybe 3 or 4 years. But they really make a great RV chassis. All right, there's a shot of the backup camera. Nice big display. So if you're backing up, you can really have a nice view of that. All right, so this is where this gets really interesting. Let's go back to the home screen. Now you're going to see your navigation. You can add your phone. You can add different apps, really customize the settings. But the one I want to talk about right now is called Drive Mode. Now you can see we're in our normal drive mode right here. You can see the really cool graphics. Now if I want to get a little better fuel economy, great. Eco mode. What if it starts to rain or snow? Select slippery mode. Remember, this is all-wheel drive. Now when I switch this to tow haul mode, it's literally going to change the shift increments to optimize power and towing. But I'm sitting in a motorhome, and you're telling me there's a setting called mud and ruts? This is Maxx Outdoors. You know we're going to have to get this thing dirty. All right, putting the 2023 Winnebago Ekko to the test. A little off-road action, and I'm actually quite impressed. It's almost like it's made for it. So, pretty neat. Let's continue on. All right, I've done a lot of motorhome reviews, but I think this is the first time I've ever said, I think it likes the mud.
Well, that was weird.
Zombies. Who knew?
Do you think those zombies had families?
It doesn't matter, they're zombies.
All right, so after a long day's drive, you finally reached the end of your trail. And that's okay, that's why you bought a Winnebago Ekko. Go ahead and relax, set up camp. Realize, no matter where you are in the country, your Ekko is your home away from home. Settling in for the night, come on in and enjoy the interior of this motorhome. Go ahead and turn those seats around, it becomes part of the family room. Flip up a couple of tables, now you have a nice place to dine. Adequate kitchen with 2-burner stovetop, microwave, refrigerator, freezer. You'll find a couple different color options, interior as well as exterior. So sit back and relax. Enjoy the standard TV and Blu-ray player. You'll come in the back and sit down and get caught up on social media. Maybe watch a couple of Maxx Outdoor videos. All right, now here's a neat piece of engineering. In the restroom, you'll find toilet and sink, and then through the utilization of the German-engineered Wunderwall, Winnebago made it possible to have a nice, roomy shower. In a motorhome this size, it's quite an accomplishment. Again, Winnebago engineering at work. All right, so it's time to settle in. Come on back to the twin beds. You're going to find undersprung mattress. You're sitting on a bunch of springs, which really is quite comfortable. You have storage underneath. You can flip the drink holders over. Now you have a full queen bed. All right, so we have some kids or grandkids that want to tag along. Here's an option for you. All right, so maybe you want to take along another guest. Most Class Bs are designed for 2 people. This is going to give you an option. This is designed specifically for the front area of a Class B or a Class C. You can actually get these designed for the back of your SUV. Let me show you what it is. It consists of basically 4 parts. So the first one is the case. That's your travel case. And then inside, you're going to have a few things. You're going to have the air pump. And then you're going to have 2 different pieces here. The first piece is going to fill in the base between the seats. I'll show you how that works. The next piece is the actual air mattress that's going to lay out flat between the seats and give you a lot of sleeping area. All right, so first, let's put the base piece in. Find the inflate button and insert the air pump. Then lay the top mattress on, open up the inflate port, and air it up. And close off the port. All right, then you have a nice extra bed. To be able to bring a guest. Hop up in here. Is that cool? Okay, so you have very comfortable twin beds in the back. You can make into a full bed. The Luno system transforms the front passenger and driver's seat into another bed, and this may be the best yet. Release the safety switch, little strap, and then we just turn a little dial here, another one over on the other side, and just give it a little push. All right, pretty cool. Check this out. One, two, three. Who needs a ladder, right? Is that like a fort?
Yes.
Do you like it? You like the camp? Awesome. Okay, let's finish off with a couple more nice Winnebago touches. One of the things I thought was really cool is they used this mount here. It's called a RAM mount. And I'll roll in some B-roll to help you understand what that is, but it's going to have the different RAM mounts for laptops and computers and phones and even GoPros, things like that. So very neat that they've integrated that. The other thing is a really unique shade system. You can pull it down to remove the glare, you can pull it up for privacy, or you can go half and half or just open it all the way up. Remember, this is a Four Seasons outdoor motorhome and it is made for it. You also have this insulation that you can separate the front from the back, and it's very thick like a blanket. And I noticed when I put it on there, it's very quiet and very cozy. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this video out. I'm going to look at three things: drivability, livability, and affordability. Let's just start with drivability, and I'm going to give this my max score of 5. Because this is probably one of the best driving motorhomes I've driven in a while. It's a combination of the Ford Transit all-wheel drive chassis, the 10-speed transmission, and the twin turbos. Everything just seems to work together on this Ekko. Add to that Winnebago's construction techniques, and again, I got to give it a 5. Livability, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and that's just because it's a smaller motorhome. It's not a 45-foot diesel pusher motorhome, but it's very adequate for what it is. If you're looking at a Class B, this is going to give you more room. If you're looking at a Class C, this will give you more maneuverability. It's kind of a nice, what I would call a B+. I think Winnebago technically calls it a C, and that's what it is, but I call it a B+ because it gives you the maneuverability of a smaller motorhome. And yet the space was very adequate. Adding the pop top was really a game changer. So most Class Bs or smaller Class Cs like this are really designed for 2, maybe 3 people. And I could see traveling in this one with 2 people easy, 3 people no problem, and possibly even 4 if you have a couple of kids going along. Add the pop top. I'm 6'6", I could sleep up top, no problem. Gives you plenty of room, and the kids seem to love it. Okay, now let's move to affordability. On affordability, I'm going to give the Winnebago Ekko a 4. It's not the cheapest motorhome on the block, but that's okay. It's a Winnebago. You've seen some of the construction techniques and some of the quality features, the drivability, all those things. I'm still going to give it a 4. And I'm going to say, if you can afford the Winnebago Ekko, go ahead and buy it. You won't be disappointed. If you need help with that, number one, finding one, let me know. I have connections all over the country. I'm happy to help you out. Actually, I helped a guy named Chad out. And Chad was kind enough to send me a lot of pictures here and give me some feedback. One of the things that Chad told me was he really didn't use the generator that often. He was fine with the Lithionics lithium battery system. That's great stuff I need to hear, because if I don't have extended stays in it, I'm counting on people like that to give me some feedback. And again, I welcome your feedback in the comments. Affordability, I would say a 4. And one thing I'll say, are there other options? Absolutely. There are other options on the Ford Transit that are going to be similar in design. Some of those would be the Thor Gemini. They make one on the Ford Transit. One that I actually like quite well is the Coachmen Cross Trail. And they have an extreme package, which puts the brush guard. I'll roll some B-roll in there so you can take a look at that. But really a nice looking motorhome. I haven't done an extensive review on that, but I know Hank Strange, I'll put a link to his review in the description. He does a nice review on that. I believe he went to the Coachmen factory. And again, this community, we all work together. It's just to help our listeners and viewers out there try and make better informed decisions and have a little fun while we're doing it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and let me know if you would like to see more RVs, more gun reviews. We'll be doing a lot of fun trips here coming up. And go ahead and hit the subscribe, the like, the share. It all helps a new channel. It's greatly appreciated. like to thank Mount Comfort RV, big supporter of the channel, for allowing us to go out and put this 2023 Winnebago Ekko to the test. Great facility, new showroom, great service center. They have full body shop. Great people here. And until next time, Maxx out.
You had me right on the